beautiful being. Welcome to In Her Dreams and welcome to your reading. I am so grateful that you're taking time to tune in to see what messages are flowing in from Spirit for you. Ashe. Thank you, Divine. Your self-love is your greatest weapon or protection, however you see it, however you feel it, Spirit says, against their narcissism. Ultimately, it's your willingness to love yourself that defeats whatever strategies, tactics, moves or plays or ploys that a narcissistic individual or a narcissistic system tries to use against you. Okay, so you may have experienced the energy of a very narcissistic person or group or system. You know, some corporations are based in narcissism. That's how they operate. The people who are employed within a certain business or corporation, they move in a certain way where they're very manipulative, very controlling. They don't take accountability for their actions. They love bomb, okay, compliment you and all of that, but then where are they when you need support? So what was the point of the love bombing? You know, it's things like that. So whether you experience this with one person or several or a whole system, we could even say that some governments are, you know, you can find traits of narcissism. Oh, I wanted to say narcissism. Now that's a new word, narcissism. Yes, a narcissistic system. I like that one, Spirit. Okay. Anyway, your self-love is doing the damn thing. It really is. It's equipping you with the strength that you need so that whatever it is that they're trying to get you to do, you're putting yourself first and you're putting your connection with Spirit first. So they can't manipulate you. You cannot be manipulated. Ashe, thank you, Spirit. We're going to start with the Sacred Destiny deck. I saw a bird flying. I don't know what card it was, but oh, look, happiness. Yes. And what I'm seeing here is like the basis of any connection, any healthy connection is self-love. So you may have learned a lot of lessons with someone who was narcissistic, very selfish, very manipulative, very controlling. I'm hearing maniacal, okay? And that equipped you with the sense of self-love that you need now to be with another being that sees you. They see you. And they love that you love yourself. Because see, there's somebody else that you dealt with in the past and they hated that you loved yourself. They hated that you were trying to love yourself. Because, you know, we're all on a journey, right? We're all on a journey. Okay? And it can be hard to love ourselves in a world like this one, right? Where narcissism has just taken over. But you're doing it. And you have been moving closer and closer to that space where you're like, oh no, I'm not falling for that. Or sometimes what I'm getting is you might not even have to say words. Like your throat chakra is doing the thing, but sometimes you don't even have to go there. You can just give somebody a look. You know, and say whatever you need to say with your eyes. Less work for you. You make your energy very clear in how you carry yourself, 444 on the timer. And your expressions. You're a very expressive being. There's something about people are able to see in your body language what you're feeling. And if this truly resonates with you, it's not something that you try to do. It just is a part of you, okay? But what's radiating from you is your sense of self-love. So there could be a connection here that's divine and beautiful. I'm getting water and fire energy. There could be Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio here with these waves and this sea. Also the sun, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, but sun energy is most commonly associated with Leo, okay? But it doesn't have to be Leo energy. And then there's also air, okay, with the clouds. So Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Yeah, those signs might be relevant. There's no earth in this particular picture, but that doesn't mean that someone is not an earth sign or doesn't have earth energy highly aspected in their chart. So there's been a huge change just gone on here that has involved patience regarding a connection that brings happiness. Some things had to die. That's what I'm hearing. Like ways of the past. So there is now an ending of a time where there was a lack of patience. It feels like a relationship where now there is more patience. That's what it feels like. With transformation and patience, a change has happened that has brought more patience, perhaps with one another. Also, you might be more patient with yourself as well. And you know, that does happen when a lover sees their lover, when a person sees their lover treating themselves better and better. They're going to do one of two things. They're either going to hate it because there isn't really true love there, or they're going to be inspired by it. And they're going to support your moves to love yourself, the moves that you make to love yourself, you know? And I feel also like whatever moves that you're making to love yourself, you do them in balance. So like you're exercising, you're taking good care of your body, you're connecting with the elements, you're giving yourself grace, not putting as much pressure on yourself to be here, be there, perform, get this done, oh, you didn't do it right, You're using much kinder self-talk, okay? You're speaking to yourself in a much kinder way. Flexibility and action. Okay, there's something about this union or this relationship that brings flexibility into your life. And they're both jumping together, these dolphins. It feels like there's somebody who's like, I see you kind of moving with this person. They move with you. I'm hearing that when I move, you move. Just like that. I do not rap, y'all. I sing, but I don't rap. But, yeah, it's like I'm visualizing you dancing together. And you fit together. Whoever this is, you fit together really well. But this has been a journey because there could have been a lack of patience in the past. There's an action being taken. Yeah, there's a change in the wind that brings power and love. You might be exploring something together with this person and there's a delight on the way. Okay, so I feel like this is a love reading. Thank you, Spirit. Also, I would like to, look. So I was just about to say, you know, I know some people are like, oh, love, love, love. But love is the highest frequency there is, divine love. And a lot of people label things as love that are not love. It's toxic, it's attachments, but it's not love. So This is love energy here, okay? All right, so there was a thief here that called themselves a warrior. They could have tried to come into the realm of this love connection, okay? I just saw destroyer. There's something about this love connection that someone wanted to destroy. But there's something about this love union where you're true companions. Okay? Also, someone could have attacked this love union because they want a companion. Like, at the end of the day, they really do feel lonely, and that's not your problem. But they wanted to make it your problem. Because I'm getting that whoever this is that was trying to attack this love, you know, this could have been a person that you were with in the past. Because I get that you have conquered something with a narcissist or with a narcissistic environment. So I'm not sure yet who this is that came in like a warrior and a thief, because they don't have a companion that loves them. Okay, and I'm just talking this through because the downloads are coming in. Thank you, Spirit. This person observed you and your lover, and they wanted to steal something from you or your lover because they're very envious of the connection between you. It's like warrior and thief are right on top of this dolphin card. 11:44 on the timer. So they witnessed you moving in sync with your person, and they were like, you know, Divine was coming through with the archetype deck. Yeah. Oh, wow. Okay, so you have spirits that are avenging you for what this person has done. They are protecting you. They are serving justice. Because there's something here that must be protected between you and your lover. There's this like Messiah energy, serving humanity with humility. That your ancestral spirits and your spirit allies are, I'm hearing they're all on board to protect you. Also, I'm seeing that there's unison or unity. Okay, your ancestors are moving in unison. It really is like, when I move, you move, just like that. I keep hearing that. And it's like you and your person are moving more in sync, and you all's ancestors are moving in sync as well. So your ancestors and your person's ancestors are walking together hand in hand. And I don't care if there are racial differences there. I don't care if there are cultural differences there, religious differences there. You all's ancestors, the ancestors of you and your lover, are so motivated to support the love between you and what that does for this earth. Okay? The level of love and support that you are able to send to this earth when you are in this connection together, they know that that must be protected, and they are working together to do that. So you all's ancestors are avenging you. They are seeking justice regarding anyone who has tried to come against your relationship, your marriage, your union. I'll just call it a union. Okay? Because the work that you're here to do is in alignment with Christ consciousness. And that doesn't mean that it's only that. I mean, Christ consciousness is a consciousness. You might work with other frequencies as well. But there is something here about this, your service to humanity and your humility that's very, very beautiful. Someone wanted you to be a martyr. Someone wanted you to sacrifice something that is not meant to be sacrificed. Okay, and it's so funny because Lilith is coming through right after Christ consciousness came through. Listen, The frequencies be working together, y'all. Okay? I know a lot of people don't want to think that. Well, why would Christ have anything to do with Lilith? Well, okay. But we're here. So there's this energy of Lilith that comes in, and she's like, oh no, you're not sacrificing that. This love is for you. This love is between the two of you, and you will radiate that love to others, yes, but this is on lock right here. Okay? And it's like I see her standing in front of you and your person, and she's like, oh hell no, don't you dare. Okay? So yeah, and you might experience that energy as well, where like you explore the spectrum of frequencies. Okay? That's perfectly fine. You know, really that's what we're here to do. Because if not, you know, aren't we stuck in religion? Because spirituality is an entire frequency of energy. Right? Yeah, there are wonders that are coming to you. These are things that you're going to explore together. Also, I'm noticing these energies crossing one another. It's like the light and the dark. So there might be an energy of opposites here. There's something about you and your person that really balances one another. A lot of balancing energy here. Yeah, something has been revealed as far as a snake in the grass. There might be something here about snakes. Maybe somebody's afraid of snakes. Maybe somebody likes snakes. But figuratively, there was a snake in the grass. And it was somebody who was seeking companionship. Yeah, they were hunting the energy of your love connection. This person was watching you, stalking you. They were watching you and your lover together. For some of you, it might resonate that this person tried to record you or something like that. If this person was in a close proximity to you, they may have, in the physical realm, like tried to stalk you, you know, and record you, okay? That's sick behavior. Well, whatever this person was doing, these tactics, it's come to a close because this transform card, and that's the second, wait a minute now. We had, because I know transformation, oh yeah, and I think transformation may have come out in the last reading, I'm not sure. But look at this, 2 transformation cards. Okay? So, whatever your ancestors are doing, Ashe to the ancestors, because they doing the damn thing. It is really working. Let me look into this a little more. Okay, so this energy here, this person, okay, it's coming through as an ancestral energy though. It's masked. Whoever this hunter is who was trying to attack your relationship, they don't know how your ancestors are doing it. They don't see them coming. So this person that tried to attack your love, they could work with energy, and they've tried to look into other realms, but your ancestors, they're not having it. Also, there are other energies that your ancestral spirits are linked to that fortify your ancestral spirits. So it's not just your ancestors. It's not just your person's ancestors. It is both of y'all's ancestors as well as other energies. And I'm not going to mention the ones that are coming through because I know that karmics watch. And yeah, the ancestors said keep that on lock. We handling business. But the point is that this person is not going to know where this energy is coming from. But what I am getting is that what triggers this warrior-like spirit, because this person who attacked your love, they came through as a warrior. So that same energy that they came at you with and your lover with, your ancestors are sending that right back. And what triggers the protection over you and your love that your ancestors are covering you with and surrounding you with, it's triggered by any move that this hunter, this stalker, because anybody who's watching somebody's love like that, they're a stalker. Whenever they try something, whenever they think of you, whenever they try to look at what you're doing online or ride by your house or whatever it is that they're doing, that just feeds your ancestors. Wow, I just got chills. You might want to give your ancestors some coffee, some tea, some whatever, okay? Sit and talk to them. Wow. You've got some genius ancestors, I'll tell you that. Yeah, this is power. Look at this. They're stuck together, okay? These cards never do that. Oh. Okay. This is the power of your ancestors, and they're saying that there are secrets that they are keeping, okay, in order to thwart the energy of this person who tries to attack your love. There are things that they're not letting me say right now as far as how they're working with this energy to make sure that your love is protected. They're not letting me say it, okay? They're not letting me say it. They said the power that they have is being kept a secret. They said that's for them to know. And if it comes to you in your dreams, don't let this person know. Don't, you know, well, you do what your ancestors tell you to do, but I'm being instructed to keep that on lock. Okay? Wow. Well, thank you, Spirit. We love that. Yeah, there's a key here on this secret card. So there's definitely something that is under lock and key. No one can access it. I don't care what this person tries to do. I don't care what kind of worker they are working with. If there's some sort of alchemist that they're trying to work with, trying to get access to how you're so divinely protected, like, it doesn't matter what they try to do. Okay? It doesn't matter. This is amazing. I have never gotten a message like that before. Thank you, Spirit. Where do I go? Okay. Okay, let's go to the owls. Let's see what the owls are bringing through. Okay, somebody might like, okay. I'm just gonna look at the bottom one of this to see, because I just picked those up. Okay, frivolous lawsuit. Somebody may have tried to hit you with a frivolous lawsuit. Okay, and what I'm getting is that whatever it was that this person tried to send your way, it was frivolous. So anytime this person, because they had attacked your love, even if they got other people involved, they are all getting it. They're all getting judgment. Judgment is being called on them all, because everything that they have done to come against the energy of your love has been frivolous. They don't have a leg to stand on. Okay, whatever it is, I'm hearing that whatever it is, their case, it doesn't hold up in court. So everything is working out for your soul's best interest. Everything. Okay? Every single thing. Also, there's something about old school here, like music. Okay? And this is also taking me back to the ancestors. So whatever music your ancestors loved that you might know of, tap into that, like listen to that, okay? And that's going to help nurture your ancestors. They said they want to hear what they love. So if you know of a certain artist or a certain genre of music, it might be old school, you know, the ancestors, play it. And that's one way that you can connect with them and nurture them, because they are really doing a lot of work for you. Somebody's house is going into foreclosure, or at least whatever it is. This is what I'm getting. Whatever it is that this person tried to build while siphoning the energy of your love is done. It's done. It's crumbling. This person is not able to make minimum wage, but what I'm getting here is that, like, it might not literally be minimum wage. It is that they are not able to get by off of the energy that they are not able to access now off of your love relationship. This could have gone on for a long time. Emerald might be significant. Okay, we got undercover gem. So there's something about the love between you and your lover that is like, is only going to get better and better, because there's something about each other and your connection that maybe you didn't know about or you weren't aware of until you both were faced with this energy. There's definitely something about that, because I'm almost seeing here that, like, it was a secret how much strength there is between you, because you hadn't really been put to the test yet. That might be hard to believe, because it was hard to come out, okay? You may have thought before that you and your lover had been through some things, but Divine says that was only prepping you for this life event. So whatever you went through with this person trying to siphon from your love energy, that was a major event that your soul already knew was coming. You may have gotten premonitions that something like this was about to happen. Could have had to do with something like with a house, okay? Something indicating that something was going to go on within your relationship or within your home. You were just getting premonitions that something was about to happen. It was destined, because the strength that you now have within this love relationship, it's like it was an undercover gem and it was waiting to be discovered, and you never would have gone digging for it if you had not gone through that energy that was directed towards you, or aimed at you, I should say. Okay, we got the Ten of Cups. The maximum frequency that there is as far as emotional harmony, connection, and fulfillment. And the ancestors said, this is our gift to you, because so many of the relationships that your ancestors had were either unfulfilling, or they were abusive, or they were so detrimental to the overall health and well-being of that person, that they said, we were not going to have you and your children, if you have children, go through that. They said, this is our gift to you, because we did not want you to experience the pain and heartache that we suffered. And it was meant to stop with you. You're a curse breaker. You got the Three of Pentacles, so you're building stability with people who are divinely aligned. Okay, with people who want to build, not with people who want to tear down. All right, this could be like, it does feel like maybe a small family, okay? There doesn't have to be 3 people in your immediate family, but there could be. Or maybe for a long time there were 3 people in your family. You might expand your family, or you may have chosen to expand your family, okay? Whatever it is that you've built and that you're building, it's protected. And your courage protects your family and your home life. Yeah, there's nothing that you cannot accomplish. And the reason is because you give your energy to the right things. You know your blessings. You know that the love in your life is a blessing. You know that if you have children, whoever it is that's in your home or that you love, okay, you know that those are blessings, and that's what you nurture. And so when you look out into the horizon and you look to see what's awaiting you, success, positive things are coming to you. And you can feel confident about that because you're not over here like this hunter looking at, see, this is the thing where this person went wrong, is that they always looked out their window every day trying to see who they could bring down, who they could tear down, who they could try to make unstable, who they could try to threaten. And you know what I'm getting is that, like, because you already went through a narcissistic situation, so you already had an experience with either a narcissist or a system, some sort of, you know, it could have been a family that was narcissistic or a work environment that was narcissistic, but something prepared you for this person. So whatever tactics they were trying, it's almost like you're sitting back like, are you done? You know, it's like, what are they doing now? There could have been a time where it was like, because if there was a time where you went through trauma with a narcissistic individual, then sometimes when we repeat that, or, you know, that energy, we find that again in our life, it's like, you know, but you got your footing. Because if you hadn't gotten your footing, I certainly wouldn't see you with the 9 of Wands and the 3 of Wands, okay? So whatever it was that you were seeing, you had courage about it. You were courageous about it, you know? And somebody's threatened by your courage. Yeah. They don't want to see you courageous. Also, there's something about speaking, because I noticed that certain things I'm saying in this reading is like, there's pushback. And so courage is one. Somebody does not want to see you showing up. Okay, so what do we need to know about that energy, Spirit? Oh, it's in the reverse, whatever it is. 3 of Swords. They can't get out of the 3 of Swords. They can't get out of it. With the 3 of Swords reverse, it's like they are so desperate to not feel that pain in their heart. But that is what drives this person to hurt others, is that they feel stuck in a state of pain. They always feel like all they can see, all they can think about is all the times in their life they've been hurt. And so that's all they want to do to other people, because they feel like, well, if I take one of those knives in me and I stick it in somebody else, then I won't feel that pain anymore. But what they don't realize is that that is not how healing works. In order to heal yourself, you cannot go around hurting other people. And they don't get that. They're trying it all wrong. And I'm getting that this person, because when the ancestors came through, I saw that this person works with energy. What kind of energy are they working with? 3333 on the timer. What the hell are they doing? If they are trying to heal themselves by harming people who really don't, this is who they're trying to harm. Or were trying to harm, because they ain't doing nothing now because they can't. Look, who goes around hurting dolphins? But see, that lets me know that this being is so hurt that they want to hurt people who are happy. Because what card is this? The happiness card. That's what they were after in the first place. And they knew that they couldn't get it, so they just wanted to ruin it. What I'm getting though is that this person did at some point become so self-deceived, because you know, at a certain point a person will start believing their own lies. Yes, they will. There's something about psychosis. Like, a lot of times when people are on the astral so much and they're doing work and connecting with spirits and energies and entities, and this is a person who obviously doesn't have respect for universal law. Okay, fine. They can have the freedom to make their own choices, because everybody has free will, but they are not free from the consequences of their choices. And so the consequences are that they have spent so much time on the astral realm trying to come for you and your lover, who are minding your business, by the way. Because in this reading, if this is your reading, neither you nor your lover was checking for this person. Neither one of y'all wanted to have anything to do with them. So what were they doing? It's like somebody coming to a party that's like already at the max. No, there's no space. There's no room. Okay? I heard there's no room at the inn. Like, this person may have felt like they were so important. Like, they're Mary and Joseph going around trying to find somewhere to stay for the night because I got to birth Jesus. Like, what? Who did they think they were? Thinking they were going to come up into your space, into your realm, to do some nonsense. And so I'm getting with that down low that they have a very inflated sense of importance. Actually, with that Messiah card, they might damn near think they're the Messiah. Because how it came through for you is that you serve humanity with humility, but this person has an exaggerated belief that they are the only means through which a cause can succeed. And anybody who spends their time hunting and focusing on and stalking beings that want nothing to do with them, who are they helping to succeed? Nobody. So we got the Ace of Wands here and the Six of Wands. There's something like a huge triumph between you and your lover with this new start. Okay? So it feels like, and there could be, for some of you it'll resonate that there's a new life. Okay? Because I'm looking at, look at the little baby owl. I mean, you know. Or you could be birthing a new project or like a new beginning. It's something about patience, you know? Maybe someone was very like forceful, or they were just, you know, kind of like moving too fast. And there's something about just taking it right. Whatever the pace is now, it's right. And there's an understanding of that. So maybe somebody was trying to make something happen with too much force. You know, it feels like trying to get to the next stage, trying to get to the next place, trying to get to the next thing. And now it's just like, in this moment, you know? And I love that that comes through with the Ace of Wands, though. You know? It's a new beginning, but it's balanced with both drive and patience. Okay? And this is coming after a time where there was a huge burden with the Ten of Wands and a lot of illusions. Because basically when people try to attack unions like this, they always try to make you see each other as the worst. I'm hearing that Janae Aiko song. You're the worst, you know what you've done to me. It's called The Worst. Okay, and she says, I don't need you, but I want you. So there's something that even if you were seeing each other through whatever kind of fog this person was trying to energetically send, or a veil they were trying to put over your eyes, your third eye, and impact the way that you saw each other in a negative way, there was still something that was like, maybe you were saying to yourself, I don't need you, but I want you. Something like that. Also, that can be sort of a beautiful space to be in a relationship where you realize, I could be without this person. Yeah, I could live without them, but I don't want to, because I love them. Because to need somebody, it almost can get in the way of true love. Because it's like, okay, why do you really need them? Do you need them to, you know, it just can confuse things sometimes. So a lot of times when you realize that, oh yeah, I could have this person and that person and that person, and yeah, but I want you. So there's something here about you choosing each other. And that's something that this person, even though they were trying to come in with all the craziness and all the boo 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 and all the this, that, they actually helped you to see why you want each other. It's not about just being stuck with each other. Maybe you all had been with each other for a while. It's like seeing each other through a new lens. Because that Seven of Cups, whatever options and illusions were being placed in front of you, you had to see those first. Realize what it was. Ooh, I'm in a daze. I'm not seeing this person in the right way. Let me, okay, you may have done some cleansing work. You may have done, but I really feel like what you've done is you've loved yourself. You've chosen to love yourself, which is cleansing energy. And it means that no narcissist will ever be able to pull the wool over your eyes. Self-love is the best way to clear up illusions that narcissists project. And that's exactly what you're doing. And they'll never be able to see. That's the thing. When you do the work that you need to do to love yourself, nobody can undo that. There's no spell that can undo that work of self-love. It's with you forever. And then when you add on top of that, you got your ancestors, your spirit allies, you got the archangels, you've got spirits, you've got the divine itself, you've got the elements, you've got the fae. Whatever it is that you work with, they're all on board. They are all on board protecting this beautiful love. Ashe. Thank you, Spirit, for these messages. I'm so grateful that you allow them to flow through me, and thank you, beautiful being. Thank you for taking the time to tune into these messages. I am so appreciative of your time, your kind comments, your likes, your shares, your subscribes, your hypes, your donations, every bit of love that you send to Inner Dreams. I am so grateful for. I love you, and I wish you peace, joy, and so many blessings. Take care.